Hey everyone, QA1 coming at you with shop tips and tricks number 2. A little bit different this time though. We're coming at you from our own personal workspaces. That's because we can't be together. But hey, no big deal. And guess what? How cool is it that we get to show you where we learned some of these tricks right where we learned them. So follow along as we have some fun here tonight. Let's go. All right. Many of us know that insulated hose clamps are awesome. If you don't know that, well, you should probably watch a different video. But with insulated hose clamps, the holes are often way too small, right? And it requires you to enlarge them a little bit. And if many of you have ever tried that, you will turn that thing into a pretzel in a heartbeat. So I'm going to show you how to do that without destroying the hose clamp. Let's go. All right, listen. So you want to put a 5/16 hole in this hose clamp. You need to match your hardware for something. I use it for fuel line, I use it for brake lines. It could be a variety of different things that I use these hose clamps for. And what a lot of us will do is we'll jump right to a drill and a drill bit. And as you can see, it will absolutely destroy that hose clamp. There's no saving that. That thing is toast. So let me show you how you do it the right way and get the right size hole in there for you. All right, so let's look at that a little bit differently now. Now, a tool that does not get enough credit is the old unit bit or step bit or whatever you decide you want to call it. But these are great for drilling really large holes into different pieces of metal and different work pieces that you have. But they're also great for these insulated hose clamps. I'm gonna step this down to a 5/16 real quick. Watch this. So just like that, I have taken that hose clamp and stepped it to a 5/16, no issue. And the nice thing is it kind of deburrs as it goes, so this thing is good to go right on the truck. But super slick, super easy. Hope you guys find it useful. Damien, what do you got for us over there?
Hey, thanks for the tip, Dave. Today I'm going to show you how to take your window cranks off easily and without scratching your door panels off. First thing you want to do, get yourself a tool for it. This one's made by OTC. Lyle makes them, a couple other companies. They're about 15 or 20 bucks, so pretty cheap. The clip generally goes in one way. So you want to line the tool up with the crank and then just slide it in. Give it a little push, you'll hear the clip pop off. And there we go. And then you want to pick up the clip so you don't lose it. So here you can see they only go on one way. Put the clip back in, line up the splines, give it a smack, and there you go, all set. So, what have you got for us, Steve?
Thanks, Damien. You guys ever had a screw and you're just ramming on the thing, trying to get it to go, and it just doesn't want to go? Take the hex head of your screwdriver, put a wrench on it or a socket. Now you've got lots of leverage. You'll get her. What do you got over there, Bill?
Good job, Steve. Well, I'm Bill, and I'm going to tell you about my trick for keeping fasteners in good shape. A lot of times, I don't like to replace fasteners if I don't have to. I prefer to keep the original fasteners whenever I can, because a lot of times they're nicer than like a hardware store bolt. But what I like to do is I'll take one of these stainless steel brushes, then I'll brush the head off, and most times it can start out pretty rusty and come out quite nice, but the important part is the threads. You want to get the threads nice and clean. And then, to top it all off, you just take a little oil can. This just has motor oil in it, nothing fancy. Put a little drop of oil on there, and then you can thread this into your spot. You should be able to pretty much go all the way down by hand because your threads are lubricated. But now, not only are they lubricated for going in, they're also protected. So the next time you have to take that out, it's in good shape. And you don't have to have anything real fancy, it's just motor oil. So, what do you got, Clifford?
Bill, that was an amazing tech tip. Here's my tech tip. If you're gonna remove some rivets and you need to keep the noise down because you got family inside, sometimes you gotta find other ways of doing it other than turning the compressor on and using the air chisel. So here's some options that you have. You got the Harbor Freight air chisel you could use and take forever. You could do a hand chisel, which I actually did that on quite a few pieces. But what I prefer to use is a center punch and a 3/16 drill, or for the final drill, you can use a 3/8 or 7/16 drill bit, depending on your frame. Getting that 2-pound maul, pound that last little bit out. Takes care of rivets, no problem. Probably actually takes less time than my Harbor Freight air hammer. Trevor, what kind of tip do you got?
Thanks, Cliff. And I'm Trevor, and I've got a few tips for you today. First one being how to get rusted bolts out without stripping them. Here in the Rust Belt of the upper Midwest, it's very common that a bolt will be rusted to the point that the corresponding socket size will not fit properly, and we would strip the bolt head out. So what I like to do is apply a little penetrating oil and hit it with the wire brush and find the next size socket down. That may be a standard or metric size socket. Doesn't matter what the bolt head started as, you're making it a new size. Find the next size down, line that socket up nice and square, give it a few good hits with the hammer, and now it's the new size you've made it to, and you can apply pressure with confidence. My next favorite one is an Allen socket in a tight space. Sometimes when we put this Allen socket into place, especially on like a brake caliper, we don't have room to fit a ratchet on it as well. It ends up being too wide. So what I like to do is take my same size socket as the Allen, put the box end through the Allen of that wrench, and then I can further amplify the pressure on it by using the box end of another wrench around the open end of this one and apply more force like that. Thanks for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you've got some tech tips for us you'd like to share, leave them in the comments section for a chance for them to be featured in our next videos. And remember, go drive it.
You guys ever had a screw cut?
So instead of turning on the air compressor and hitting it with the impact, or not the impact, the air hammer,